Hi, hello. So we are starting from where we stopped. In the last video we made the windows, the floor to ceiling windows, and the casement windows, which are slim profiled windows. So today I think I'm going to work on the roof and the ceilings, both the top floor ceiling and the ground floor ceiling. So let's get right to it. Drawing a box. One. I'm drawing another box. Two. F. This is the first box. I think this is the second box. Oh no, I'm gonna start over. So let's draw the box. I'm bringing it up immediately so that it's going to be easy to locate. So I moved it upwards by 20 feet. I'm going to draw another box. Move it upwards by 20 feet. So I'm bringing out these two boxes. There they are. I want to be sure they have the same height. This is 0.6856. Copy, paste, enter. So I'm going to attach one to the other. Enable attach, and so it's one entity right now. Then I'm bringing it back. Hell, I want to see where it's positioned. No, this is where it is, and I'm moving it upwards. Now this is too thick. I'm going to reduce the height. Yes, I think I'm okay with something like this. Then I'm going to bend it this way. Oops, sorry. Yeah, it's a hidden roof. So this is what it looks like. Let me start over. Yeah, there it is. Vertices, bring them down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll bring this down to the desired level, then I'll bring this to this level. Yes. So to be sure I have it where I want it, I want my ceiling to start approximately 1 foot from this window. So I'm going to draw a box that has a length of 1 foot. Let me bring it out. 1 foot, length 1 foot. Yes. Take it back to the window to be sure it's where I want it to be. Yes. So I'm taking it down to the bottom. Good. So now I need to bring this downwards. This one. The vertices here, they're coming down. Yes, and the vertices here. Good. So I'm taking the roof back to where it should be. Yes, so now I can bring this. I have to bring this down a notch. Yes. And then move it. Oops, sorry. Yes, move it this way, just to be sure. And then this will have to protrude. Yes. That's what the roof will look like. This is what the roof of the house will look like. So now I have to bring this wall downwards, back, go to the back view. Yes, that's where it should be. Let's see. With the camera view. Yes, there you have it. Now I'm going to reduce the height of this walls as well. This one, the vertices up here, they're going down till they disappear. Yes. And then this one, the vertices up here, they're going down till they disappear. Yes. Now there's one that's almost showing here. Right here. Yes, this one. I have to do the same thing. Just bring it down a notch. Yes. So there you have it. This is the roof of the house. It's a flat roof. The idea is that when you're standing here or here or here, you can't see the roof. You only get to see the roof from the back of the house. So now I am going to start designing my roof. There's so many ways you could do this. I'm just going to do something simple, pretty simple. Gonna draw let me give you a height of say 0.1. Then hell, no, let's give it a height 20 above ground level. Hell, let's just see where it is. Okay, I'm going to hide every other thing, so let's do hide unselected. I see this has moved. I have to bring it down this way. Convert to editable poly. Vertices, they're going upwards. They're going to be here, somewhere here. I come this way. Vertices, they're going to be here. Now when I'm satisfied with that, I'm going to move it up. Yes. So now I'm just going to create so many of them. Keep a gap and do say 35. Yes. So I can delete the rest. Can delete. Oops, sorry. I can delete this. Then I have to reduce all this. Let me attach them first. Yes, only this ones. Then I'm going to select the right view. So like this, vertices. So what I have selected, all these vertices have been selected. Let me go back to the right view, and I am bringing them down. Okay, let me go to the top view first. Oops, sorry. I'm just going to drag them like this. Yes. Then I go back to the right view. Where are they? Yeah, they're right there. Then I bring them down like this. So now I get to attach this one to the rest. Editable poly, go to attach here, attach, 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 attach. So that's the roof. So let's give it a color. I apologize if it appears that I'm too fast. Like I said, the tutorials are for intermediate level Autodesk users. So let's give it a gray color. Let's do cream. Cream absorbs less light. It reflects so much light, so it's going to reflect the light from the sun better, and it's also going to reflect the heat better. So let's do cream. Let's give it a roughness of say 0.2, yeah, something like that. Apply. Let's call this roof shingles. What I just did, I created a long span roofing sheet. So on idle, then I'm going to move this to where it should be. So let's see what we have. And that's the roof of the house. That's the roof of the house. So let's render it so you can see what it looks like. It's possible to make your roof more detailed. It's possible to even create a different shape. All these things are doable. I'm just trying to make this as easy to achieve as possible. That's why I do a lot of most of my building designs are cubic. By cubic, I mean I work with a lot of sharp angles, squares, cuboids, um, cubes, rectangles. I love shapes like that. They're quite easy for anyone to create, and yet you can still achieve beauty with them. Now, if you wanted, say, Art Deco architecture, then we would have to start learning new things, how to design certain fascia, certain concrete fascia, designs around the windows. All right, all these things they're doable. They just will take longer time to teach. So for anyone who knows how to use basic tools in Autodesk, this should be pretty straightforward to use. But if you want me to try something else, please let me know. So now, another thing I would love to do, hell, before I leave here. Okay, I think I'm not done with the roof. Yes, we have to design the edges. Let me just do that before I forget. Yes, give it. Okay, editable poly. Move the vertex up. Yes. Then we're going to draw zero 0.1. Back view. You know what? I think I'm going to duplicate them first. Duplicate this first. Let's do 8. Yes, delete this. Delete this. Let's move everything inside. Yes. Then So now I'm going to attach then I'm going to give it the same color, this, assign material to selection on idle, and let's see what it looks like. It's not where it should be yet. So let's go to the back view. Sorry. Back view. Now I'm going to mirror it. Let me select the right view so you can see what I'm about to do. Tools, mirror. Yeah, there you have it. So what that means is that now I have something to cover the roof on either side. Now the downside to this is I think I'm going to have to make my roof, my building taller, slightly taller, because by the time I design this portion of the house, then it's going to cover the windows. So let me do this. Yes, okay. I'm going to use Boolean to cut off a large chunk of this. I'm going to leave just a little. So convert to editable poly. I'm going to move the locus to the center. Let's pick, say, the right view so I can see where it is. Then I'm going to turn around. The locus is not where it should be yet. No. Yes. Okay. And now let me move all these vertices downwards. And let's see what we have there. Sorry, camera 1. So there we have it. So that's the roof of the house. Now I'm going to group everything. Group this with this, group, roof. Now go to the back view. Now I need all of this to be taller so that these windows are not hidden. Good. So now to compensate for that, I'm going to have to move this as well. Yes. I'm going to have to move this. Sorry. To be sure, I click this. I select this vertices. Then I come to the Z, copy the value, Control A, Control C. I'm done there. Then I click this one, select the top vertices. Then I come to the Z, Control A, and paste. That way I'm sure that this and this are the same height. So let's go to the front view. And I'm going to take this. And I'm going to move upwards. You know what? Let me just put the same value. Yes, there you have it. Then take this one as well. same value, Control A, Control V, enter, and there you have it. Now you have our roof. Oh, okay, we have one here. This wall. Let's select F. Select the top vertices. Again, Control A, Control V, enter. Now let's see again. Yes, now we have it. That's the roof of the house. Now let's do the ceiling, which will be inside the house. Say it starts from here, because we also need it to cover. I'll show you when I'm done. Yes, it's going to start from here. Beg your pardon. Give it a height of 20. I just need it to show above the house. Okay, 20 will show 25. Yes. So convert to. Before I convert, I need it to be as slim as possible. Let's say 0.05. Yes, that works for me. Editable poly. Let's go to vertices this way. And let's go this way. Now, hell, it's up there, and then we bring it down here. And then we go to material, white. I'm doing this tutorial in Nigeria, and most times, I think the most common paint that we have here is acrylic emulsion. So to simulate that, I'm just going to select white. We love white in Nigeria. For ceilings, I mean. So let's just do, roughness 0.75 is good because acrylic doesn't reflect. So let's call this acrylic emulsion white. White. And we assign to this, okay. So let's hide this. I'm hiding the roof. Now this is the ceiling. Let me rename it here, ceiling. And now I want to duplicate it just to fill up the space. Yes. Then I'm going to tweak the vertices. So I'm going to group both and call them ceiling. And just like that, I'm going to move this downwards. It's going to fall under the floor joist here. Yes, there you have it. So let me select that and this and hide unselected. Good. Now I need to ungroup. On idle. So still working on it. Yeah, the ceiling is supposed to be underneath this. Okay, but it's protruding at the back, so let's go to the top view. Let me hide this. Okay. I'm going to hide this. And I'm going to hide this one. Now, this is the bottom. So I'm bringing this down there. To be sure it's the bottom, let's click the L button. You can see this is the ceiling at the bottom. It needs to be in the house. So I'm moving it. Then top view, let's be sure it's everywhere we need it to be. Okay, I think it needs to protrude a little here. Yes. Okay, and here let's see what we have. Yes, on hide all. So now we have a ceiling in the house. Let me see if I can show you what that looks like. This is the ceiling. It looks grayish now because the corona sun is casting a shadow over it. But if I were to hide this, just for you to get a clear picture, hide selection, it's still appearing grayish, but it's there. This is the ceiling we have just created. This is the ceiling we have just created. This is the top ceiling. You can see top ceiling, and then we have another one here. This is the bottom ceiling. There are two of them should make up the bottom ceiling. Let me hide this. Yeah, there should be this and this. Then I group them. Bottom ceiling. I can't really render now because I don't know if you'll appreciate the view, but let me try it. So let's see what it will bring out. So as you can see, it's coming up slowly. This white portion is the ceiling. So the walls protrude beyond the ceiling, and that's how it should be. All right, to further increase structural integrity, the walls should protrude beyond the ceiling. The walls are expected to carry the roof. I'm not going to be designing the lumber of the roof. All right, that's actually the job of a structural engineer. So what I'm just trying to do is to make sure that if I were to render the interior, the walls will disappear beyond the ceiling. So this is the ceiling here, and this is the ceiling here. So stop, on hide all. So that's it for walls and ceiling. The other thing I want to do is I want to cover um, this with laminate. This one. Although for the exterior, I think I'd want to use ceramics for this, lightweight ceramics for this one. But for the interior, I think I want to do laminate. So let me see if I can select it. Yes, I think this is it. Okay, so for the exterior, I want to do ceramics. So this is how I create ceramics. I love white. We love white in Africa. Right? Most of the houses that we call, sorry, in Nigeria, most of the houses we call luxury here, they're houses with white tiles, and that's largely because they reflect the light in the house. We do a lot of LED light, white and warm light, all right, and we love to use white porcelain tiles or ceramic tiles for our floors. So I'll be working with more of that. Now I'm going to, sorry, I'm not showing you this portion. Okay, let me see if I can just, I want to download so you can see. Let's go to Chrome. So let's go to marble, white, tile. Sorry, 1 minute. Yes, this is the kind of ceramics we love in Nigeria. You can see this one. Yes, so I want to create something like this, something that can reflect like this. That's what I'm trying to achieve. So I'm going to look for a pattern similar to that. Yes, I like this. You can see. I'm going to save it, save image, or you can jolly well just copy image. if you think you won't be needing it again. But you know what? I think I'll just let me just use my snip tool. It's a WebP files, WebP. I beg your pardon. So I just need this portion. It's a square. I'm creating a square ceramic tile. So copy. I bring it into CorelDRAW. You can use Photoshop for this. Then I drop this. So I create a 2x2 inch. I work with inches here. I'm supposed to work with feet, but it makes the file pretty large, so I just work with inches. I'm trying to simulate a 2 feet by 2 feet tile. So there you have it. So I'm trying to give it grout. Tiles should be spaced and should have grout. This is too thick. Let's do 1. Yes, something like this. Then now what I do, and this doesn't work for everybody, is I try to, okay, let's unhide all. Let me hide the roof. I want to measure the interior, just the interior of the house, where the ceramic tiles would be, and then draw the tiles accordingly. So I come here, so when I get these values, this is like 18.7 by 10.8. Okay, so let's do approximate values. 18.7, 10.8. Rotate 90 degrees. Just give it a color. Then power clip this inside here. You can use Photoshop for this. You don't have to use CorelDRAW. But I learned graphic designs with CorelDRAw, and so I don't know. I'm pretty sure I know less than 5% of Photoshop. So CorelDRAW works really well for me. So group. Yes, so let's remove the outline. This is ceramics 1. Ceramics 1. So how do we know it works? So we come here, let's call this new material. New material here, let's call it ceramics 1. Corona physical material. Now we want it to be reflective, so we're dropping the roughness to 0.1. And we come here, we select bitmap, and we go to library, documents, ceramics 1. Select it and drop it. There we have it. Now, where do we place it? F. Okay, this is we have to drop this because it's meant to be ceramic. So let's say 0.01. Yes, it's meant to be that slim. Let's start from the top floor. Yes, it's supposed to be on top of these, right? Yes. So then we bring it in to the house. So if you want to be sure if it works, let's see if I can move my camera into the house. No, let me just create another camera. You can't really see it yet. Okay, sorry, I need to hide this. There it is, but it's not where it should be yet, so it's still coming up. Hide again, hide again. Yes, there you have it. That's your ceramics. That's it. So top view, I come here, I do the same thing here. Okay, I think I can extend this to touch this. Let's editable poly. Yes. Then let's draw another one right here. Let's give the value 0.01, enter. Let's bring it out so we can see. Yes. And check the values, the size. 11.5, 9.2. That's what I'm going to be working with. Okay. So lock content to power clip. If you don't know CorelDRAW, you may not know this. 11.5 tab 9.2. Enter. Okay, let's rotate it. 9.2 tab 11.5. Enter. Yeah, it's more like that. Then we export it. Ceramics 2. So I'm duplicating this just by taking Alt, I drag it, I drop it here. So I call this ceramics 2, but now I have to change this image. Come here, go to bitmap, then change the bitmap to ceramics 2. Then I'll drop it on this. So there you have it. That's ceramics 2. And let's give it a value of 10. It's not there yet. 12. Yes. So I need the 12 then to be at the same height. So I'm going to copy the height of this one. Going to Control A, Control C, Control A, Control V. Yes. So now they are on the same plane. If I hide every other thing, let's see here, you can see they're on the same plane. There they are, same plane. So on hide all. Now I'm pretty sure the geniuses, they have much faster way to do this, but this just works for me. This is the ceiling I'm hiding. So now I've painted this with ceramics, this with ceramics. Now you could jolly well just, the reason why I don't like to just duplicate and then use vertices is that sometimes it messes up the bitmap. If I were to do this and then let's say, and then bring it, that's it. It will squish the ceramic tiles, and I don't want that. You can see it's squishing it. I don't want that to happen. So that's why I don't do it. The other way to go about it would be, sorry, now that I've done this, then I can use Boolean, the Boolean tool, and then draw a rectangle here. Then give the rectangle a height of say 20, enter. Then select this, turn it to Boolean, compound objects, pro Boolean, and start picking. Yes, that also works. But if you don't use a Boolean tool, if you just push the vertices, then it will squish your ceramic tiles. And I don't like that. So we have been able to create tiles there. I'm trying to figure out what this is. Okay, this is the ceiling down there. Okay. So let's hide it. Alright, selector. Now, there's supposed to be ceramic tiles here as well. So let's move this. We're duplicating. Okay. Then I draw a box. I'm using the Boolean effect again. I draw a box. give it a height, a very crazy height, just so you know it has covered it. Yes. Let me just compound objects, pro boolean, start picking. Yes. So now I have another tile here. You can see. Now it's still not where it should be. Now I need to know how far the stairs go. The stairs stop somewhere here. So now I draw another box. Let's give it a height of 20 again. Then I start picking. Yes. Then I convert to editable poly. So we have ceramic tiles here as well. Let's just rotate this 90. So we have to do the boolean thing again. I'm pretty sure most people would not do it this way. So just going to cheat a little here. Just drag this forward a little. Yeah, I'm not supposed to do that because now it has changed the size of ceramics. So I think I got something wrong here. You know what? Let me just redo it. Yes. So this should not be this big. I'm going to reduce it. Yes. I'm going to move this. It has to cover the OSB. It has covered the OSB. So now I pick again. Yes. And there you have it. What we have done so far is to create ceramics for the top floor. You can see. Now we have ceramics on the top floor. Not outside, inside the house. You can see what we've done. So I think I'm going to stop this tutorial here. Just because I don't want it to be too long. We've made the roof, we've made the ceiling, we've made ceramics. So you can do something like that for the ground floor. Let me see if okay, let me just go into the house. Let me create another camera somewhere here. And then go into the house. This is the ground floor. We're going up above the floor joist. Yes. So I'm still going to fine tune it. You can see that's the ceramics, but let me see if I can change. Okay, 75, enter. You can see that's the ceramics on the floor. So I want to attach every one of them together. Let's take this, attach, 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 attach. I need to be sure they're just the one. Yes. So now I'm going to take that and this, hide on selected, F. You can see the ceramics is still way higher than the OSB, so I'm bringing it down to the OSB's level. Yes. On idle, I'm going to have to hide this again. This is the ceiling, hide. Then now I move it back. And then let me see if I can just duplicate that for the ground level. This is it. Just bringing it sort of below the door. So this is camera, the last camera we created. So let's go to the ground level. You can see now it's on the ground level. Now you have ceramics on the ground level as well. You can see this is the ground level. So if we were to render this, let's see what we would get. There's no light in the house presently, so it may seem dark. In another video, I'm going to show you how to create LED lights, white LED lights, warm lights. But right now, let me see. I think let's. Yes, it's coming up bit by bit. There's so much noise. I'm rendering in 4K and my computer is 16 gig RAM, so that's why it takes so long a time. If you had 32 gig or 64 gig or higher, then you would get faster render times. But I don't know if you can see it. These are the tiles on the floor. The wall of the room is white. The room is still missing so many elements, so it's going to take a while for you to achieve the photorealism that you're probably hoping for. But these are the tiles. It's going to take long because, like I said, my computer takes so long a time to render. But I think you get the gist. So let's just zoom out. And let's see what we have so far on idle. And let's render the house again. Render. If you have any questions, because I think I'm going too fast. If you have questions, I'll be happy to answer. But what we did in this video, we created the roof, we created the white ceiling, we created the ceramics on the floor. Hopefully in the next video we'll cover this portion. Alright, we'll cover this portion with laminate or composite wood decking. We could do composite wood decking for this place. I think there's another one somewhere here. We do composite wood decking for that, but the ceramics are for inside the house. Now you might want to ask, can you tile over OSB? If you have that question, you can let me know. I'll send you a link where a builder showed how to tile over OSB. It's possible, all right? That's why, especially if you're watching this from outside the USA, there are so many houses in the USA built with wood, and they still have their bathrooms on the top floor, and then they fit in ceramics pretty nicely, or porcelain. So with the right wood framing, with the right wood sashing, it's possible. Now what we're trying to do, this kind of house is both it's a blend of contemporary and modern. Let me explain. Now it is our desire that the shell of the house will be built with CMU blocks and concrete and rebars, and then the floor itself will be built with wood. Now this is not all American built with wood, and this is not all Nigerian built with purely concrete. So now we have a blend of wood and concrete. So the shell of the house, the body of the house, the structure, the superstructure will be built with concrete, sand, cement, water, aggregate, and rebars, and the flooring will be made with wood. So the idea that we have, there's some old English houses that have this. They also have them in the US where the house has a basement. Well, when the house has a basement, the basement is often, because of rot, the basement is often built with concrete masonry units, CMUs, all right, and then once the house protrudes from the basement and it protrudes, say, about 3 feet above ground, then they start building with wood. So what we're just trying to do here is that you can sash your floor joist in between your CMU blocks, and then you can lay your OSB on it, and you will get a blend of both concrete masonry unit and wood. So in the next video, hopefully I'll cover this with composite wood decking, and what else will I be doing? Hopefully work on LED lights for the house. We're still going to touch all these places. It's going to take a while, but I'm trying to break the videos, make them as short as possible. I apologize, it's even short is no longer short, but I think you get the gist. If you have questions, you can please send me a message in the comment section. Thank you so much, and God bless you.